Just when you think the internet could not get any weirder.
It's fucking weird. It's very, very weird.
Just when you think it can't get any
It gets
worse.
even stranger.
Like,
it gets dark.
Like, I already wanted to kill myself.
I wanted to put bleach in my mouth. I wanted to fucking put bleach in my mouth, bro.
Oh my god.
Like, that's how serious it is.
So we recently just saw this video.
Yeah.
And it's titled Dolphin Lover.
Oh.
The real life shape of water.
Yeah. Now this is when you think about Dolphin Lover, you're not thinking about, you basically like petting a dolphin, feeding a dolphin, training a dolphin.
Yeah, no, none of that normal shit.
Exactly. We're talking about the overboard.
Yeah.
That needs to be committed, electrified, singed, chopped up.
Yeah. So we're gonna, put ourselves through this for you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna put us. Yeah.
Yeah, but hopefully. We filter out some of the madness so that it doesn't kill you.
Oh, because it's killing us.
Yeah.
Orange groves, beaches, gunfights, riding porpoises.
I first discovered Florida Land as a tourist, being taken there by my parents in the mid-1960s. I remember shooting some home movies, seeing the dolphins splashing around in their pool, the Indian fire eater, the Washington shootout, all the tacky treats that they had there. Florida Land was one of the last vestiges of old
Wilhelm scream though.
Right? Like,
completely disappeared.
It's the porpoise pool, and what a great playmate he's found.
The dolphin show entailed a lot of things that you don't see in dolphin shows anymore.
Like sex.
Like dolphins wearing floppy hats or dressing up in hula hoops. My name is Malcolm J. Brenner, and this is the story of how I fell in love with Dolly the dolphin.
you sick bitch.
I've worked as a freelance writer, photographer, and journalist for most of my career. Probably the most productive part of my career was the 10 years I spent in New Mexico reporting on the Navajo Nation, mostly for border town newspapers. That was fascinating work. It was the early 70s when I was going to New College. I was asked by a woman writer to take some photographs to illustrate a book that she was going to write about the dolphins at Florida Land. It was my first professional gig, really, as a freelance photographer. I met the author at her house in Sarasota, and we took her boat down to Florida Land. When we got out of the boat, we were standing on the dock looking down at this dolphin. She stared up at us, and we stared down at her, and the writer said, "This is Dolly. Malcolm, meet Dolly. Dolly, meet Malcolm." There were no intimations that this dolphin and I would become lovers eventually. I was fascinated. I'd never been that close to a dolphin before. I was enormously interested.
Is that him?
I slipped into the
he
water
was
with her.
ugly as hell.
She wouldn't come anywhere near me, of course.
Well, it was the early
Dolphins
70s.
are usually suspicious of strange people. She stayed on the other side of the pen, and then the assistant trainer began urging me to swim out, to take the first move, to be bold, So I struck out to the middle of the pen and sort of chased her around for a while, and finally we ended up in the shallows. Very slowly, she came to the point where I could reach out and touch her. I started rubbing her forehead. She seemed to enjoy that, so I started rubbing her along her back.
I don't like this is going.
And working my way towards her flukes, her tail. And as I was rubbing her and moving my hand towards her tail, Dolly was slowly rolling around her long axis, so that by the time that I got midway down her body, I was rubbing her belly instead of rubbing her back. And she swam forward a little bit so that I was rubbing her genital slit, and then she stopped moving. And I thought, oh, this is embarrassing. I just didn't think that that was the kind of show that, parents would be bringing their kids to Florida Land to see.
He brought your perverted ass to yo.
She was...
Wait, what the fuck?
Wow.
What?
Oh
my God. Oh my god. What? I'm not gonna make it through this.
I'm not gonna make it through this. We're only in 4 minutes of it, and I'm already sick to my stomach.
We're only 4 minutes in, and I already want to set myself on fire.
I want to literally sit there and chop my fingers off.
Oh my god. Okay, let's. Okay.
He started rubbing
into the sea level pens, because she was at the time the only dolphin
cooch
outside of the U.S. Navy that was trained to work in open water. Her part of the show was to swim along with a riverboat in the intercoastal waterway and jump for fish, which her trainer would be holding on the upper deck of this riverboat. It was a really incredible performance. When I would get in the water with her, she would approach me, unafraid. She would solicit attention. I never fed her. I never gave her any kind of food rewards. Her courtship, as it progressed, got more
vigorous. That's how he sees it. He sees it as courtship.
She would rub her genitals slit against me. And if I tried to push her away, she would get very angry with me. One time, when she wanted to masturbate on my foot, and I wouldn't let her, she took herself on top of the 12-foot bottom of the pool. Those were the tactics that she was.
Jesus.
Eventually, she seemed to get the message that was.
Jesus.
She became very.
Jesus on the main line. Lord have mercy, Joe.
Her teeth very gently along my arm or my leg, which produced an amazingly erotic feeling to me, which I think was her way of saying to me, "Look, I'm very strong, but I'm not going to harm you." I knew at that time that there was something different about my sexuality.
Oh yeah, it's different, right?
It wasn't normal like other guys. I wanted desperately to be normal, to have a relationship with a woman. I first realized I was sexually attracted to animals when my father took me to see a Walt Disney movie called The Shaggy Dog. And strangely enough, I found myself getting an erection at 5 years old. After that, I was aware that there was something different about my sexuality. Zoophilia is Greek for lover of animals. A zoophile is someone, in contrast to a bestialist who might just have sex with an animal and walk away. A zoophile is somebody who has tender or caring emotions for their animal partner. My first sexual encounter with an animal came when I was about 11 or 12. I tried to have
you see, that's how fucking serious. This is how serious the situation is. Like, you literally got a man, his father, his first movie was a dog movie.
I can't do this.
I
can't do this.
I can't even do it.
I can't do this.
You mean to tell me
No, we're skipping some of this.
Yeah, you caught an erection.
Oh my God.
At 5 years old to a dog. Oh my God. Your father was sick, and then you believe that this shit is natural.
We are skipping all of that because we are.
I can't. Yo.
Today is not a good day for me to die.
I think what may have harmed her was that we both developed an emotional attachment. In fact, I think it's fair to say that if I hadn't been involved with Dolly, if I hadn't been in love with Dolly, I never would have bothered to write a book about the experience.
You wrote a book.
If this was just some farm boy with a goat.
Oh, come on, plug that book.
Yeah, please.
Plug it. Plug it. We'll read it right here.
Yeah, please do.
We'll do a review of it.
Please do.
Just from the way she behaved, I'm convinced that we were in love with each other.
No, mother. Okay. You need help. Bro, is this really, is this the shit? Bro.
Cue the sad music.
Chop.
One morning in June, I woke up from this horrible nightmare that involved dying dolphins trapped in a very dark, basement-like setting. I woke up, I literally couldn't breathe. My heart felt like it had stopped beating. I was talking with a relative of the woman writers, and he told me that Dolly had died. I felt like the breath had stopped in my lungs. Later
it stopped
on,
in hers.
When I got a vehicle, I drove to Mississippi and explored the oceanarium where she died. I realized there was just an enormous number of similarities between the oceanarium and my dream. Her trainer told me that she stopped feeding, and then one morning he just came out and found her dead on the bottom of the pen. What you have to understand is that a dolphin's breathing is voluntary. Every breath a dolphin takes, it thinks about. It's not like human breathing where if we go unconscious, we keep breathing. A dolphin can go into a funk and just stop breathing. And that is apparently what happened to her. She committed suicide. Dolly died of a broken heart.
I blame you.
I do feel a lot of responsibility for Dolly's death. I feel like emotionally I should have been there for her. I feel like in a sense I abandoned her because I was too concerned about the feelings of weirdness I was having.
With that dolphin pussy?
I was very much in love with Dolly.
You was liking that dolphin pussy?
More in love with Dolly than I've been with anyone else in my life, and less able to be aware of it at the time, just because of the strangeness of it.
It was pussy whipped.
Literally.
Would I change being a zoophile?
Oh no.
I I don't know.
Safe answer.
What I would change, I think, is the ending to the story with Dolly.
Okay. Oh, that's so fucked up. Oh, that's so fucked up. Malcolm Brenner is now retired and have a quiet home and enjoy the relationship with his daughter. He spends his time writing an advance on behalf of a human treatment of marine animals.
What? No.
You're literally, yo.
No.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay, so after
no, you're gonna lecture people about humane treatment of animals?
And
you of all people are gonna do that.
And wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh nah, bro. If he I'm telling you,
I think he did.
If he publishes a book,
I think he did.
If he publishes a book about this experience,
bro,
we are reviewing that.
Yeah, we definitely are.
We are reviewing that.
No, but the better question is this really happening in 20? No, well, I don't know how long this video was, but either way, is this shit really happening in this world? Where you have.
It's like every day I lose a little more faith in humanity.
I really do.
Every single day.
Honestly, I do, because when you really look at shit like this, you honestly really have to think that people call people of color sick. Okay? I don't understand any human being who would love to have sex with animals.
I just can't understand.
I have 3 animals.
I can't understand that. I just can't.
Wow. You thought peeing on people was worse. Golden showers and shit. Now niggas want
you never know, man. Maybe he probably peed in the tank.
Probably. Literally. Like a little slit. Yo.
Make Dolly breathe that shit.
Talking about some of the most intense feeling I've ever had. What the fuck?
The most intense sexual encounter.
The most sexual encounter. And you said that you wish you would have encountered this with a woman. Why didn't you?
Well, okay.
Back in the 60s, I can imagine there was probably a lot of freakiness going on.
There were probably a lot of weird shit going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you mean to tell me that you couldn't find a woman? You found a dolphin to get in a relationship with, and she died of a broken heart. She literally died. No, she died because you fucked her, and then you broke her heart, and then you said they probably told her she was going to come back like some dirty ass man, and then you just left her. And then she just went down to the bottom of the fucking sea and just died. And you write a book, and then you want to start a treatment. My nigga.
We need to end this before I kill myself. We need to.
If I literally sit there and fucking hang myself, yo.
All right.
I need to. Yeah. So.
All right. Till the next time.
Mm-hmm. Don't fuck no dolphins.
Oh yeah, please don't.
Please fucking don't.
Don't.